Hey everybody, this is Justin Ronan from Agriscaping.com. So it's Farmacy Friday, and it's also National Tea Week. And so I wanted to share with you a couple of my favorite teas this time of year. It is cold, and it is a great time for some nice warm tea. So a lot of what I have here, and this is kind of a repeat of what we saw before with our little fairy garden. And inside of this, we've got parsley. Now, parsley can be added into a tea, but I really like the sage type teas that actually work a little better. The pineapple tea, you can check that out, but that's not really the one I want to share with you most. A few weeks ago, we talked about a Tasty Tuesday that had this little guy. So this makes red zinger tea. We're starting to dry them out and work them into the process. And this comes from the Jamaican hibiscus. So check that plant out, but that's not the one I really want to talk about. We've got other ones in our herb gardens here. Yerba mansa makes a wonderful tea. It's also a nice semi-diuretic. But also not the one I'm really wanting to talk about. The peppermint tea, which I've got growing here on this wall, you'll see coming with me over here. Different varieties of peppermint. We like to keep our peppermint contained so that it doesn't run amok in our garden. And so in this one, I've actually got, this is an orange mint. Then we've got a chocolate mint in this section here. And then our normal regular peppermints are down here at the base. And these peppermint teas can be easily steeped into a nice little concoction. You put them straight, the leaves directly into your warm water, and put some little bit of honey in it. I usually put just about a tablespoon of honey in 1 full cup of my tea water. And that just helps, for me, it helps clear up a lot of congestion and stuff like that. But one of my favorite teas this time of year is a plant that grows really well this time of year and is found in the nooks and crannies in your backyard. And that is dandelion. Now, dandelion itself is an edible, and the tea that it can make, you can make a tea from the leaves itself, and it's another one that kind of helps with a little more of the decongestants, but it's also known to help soothe your bowels, and after all the crazy food you probably ate through the holidays, that might be something to consider. It's also, they consider it a weight loss tea as well. Now, be careful with that one, because the type of weight loss that it helps induce is more of just water weight, meaning it's a diuretic, and it might kind of make things move through you a little faster than you'd like, and is comfortable. But the leaves themselves, we like to throw them in salads. Wonderful, healthy herb. I like the ones with the rounder tip leaves. So you'll notice that one I picked right there. Round tip leaves, usually indicative of a sweeter variety. And after a nice frost, it sweetens up your plants quite a bit. I think I've got a couple other varieties over here that I can show you, that even a more round leaf. So here's one. I'm going to just pick it. Let's see if we can show you. So here's some dandelion, and the dandelion, the real part that works best for the tea and has the most medicinal value is not actually the leaves, it's the roots. And the roots, though, need to be roasted until they're basically black, and then you can actually work it that route. So let me kind of show you some of the root systems on these things. They're known for their nice long taproot. This isn't a huge root right now, and I can actually replant this thing and let it grow a little bit more. I probably will, so I'm not going to actually roast these roots. I like them when they're about the size of my finger, a much bigger root from more of a pointy leaf one. That's my favorite ones to be doing the rooting. You can see we got a little worm in there, nice healthy soil. So it's the roots that you would actually use. That big long taproot can be then cut off and then again roasted. We put it in the oven about 350 degrees. We don't want to get it too hot. We want it to slow kind of roast, and just let it break down until it's kind of black, and then you can crush it and then use that as let it dry out basically, and then we crush it up and put it as a tea powder. They sometimes they consider it an alternative to coffee, and it has similar effects as coffee. It can kind of help wake you up, but again, it's more on the diuretic side than anything else. Gets your bowels moving. Helps lighten the load, as it were, inside to help your body process things a little bit faster. So that's it for today. My little 2 bits on Farmacy Friday with a capital F. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit more about dandelions and other uses. Again, put it in your salad. That's my favorite way to use it. But it is tea week, so make a tea. You can do it with the leaves also, as well as the flowers. The flowers, when they're yellow, not when they're white. Flowers, when they're yellow, can be steeped and used as a tea also. It's a much lighter color than your root tea, which is more black like a coffee. And the yellow flowers, that's actually one of the best times. It's got a nice flavor to it. You can also eat those straight, but I would recommend, if you're using it as a tea for tea week, use the yellow flowers, steep them in some water, a pan of water warm it up with that and the leaves in there. You'll get a nice golden color. Add a little bit of honey to it. It's a wonderful flavor, a nice calming agent for you through these crazy after holiday seasons. Enjoy your week.